Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I don't normally decorate for the different seasons, but I've been having so much fun with my fireplace mantle lately, and so I thought I'd share with you how I brought some Dollar Tree items and turned them into very simple home decor to go with the St. Patrick's theme. I hope you guys find some inspiration in this video, and until next time everyone, enjoy. Bye for now. For this home decor piece arrangement, I definitely wanted to have different heights happening on the mantle. So I'm starting off with this Dollar Tree vase or decanter. Gonna remove the sticker from the bottom. You can leave it on as you're going to paint paints that I found at the Dollar Tree. There's like an antique white and a cream. I'm gonna actually mix them so that it's not so yellowy, but it's not also so white. One coat of paint will be sufficient to give you a nice opaque coverage of the vase that you're working with, a glass jar, a glass mason jar, anything really. This acrylic paint is so nice and thick that all you'll need is one coat before you move on to the de-stressing effects. So I just flipped the jar up on the bottle or the neck of it, and just let it sit like this for 24 hours to allow it to completely dry and cure before I started the distressing effect. And then once it was completely dried, you can feel it to the touch, it's completely dry. You want to take a piece of sandpaper. I've chosen black here from the Dollar Tree because I wanted to give like a very vintage, rustic, distressed look. And what I find is when I use the black sandpaper, it leaves a black residue on the actual scratches. So, and I really like that look. See here, you've got that residue of the black sandpaper, and it just it stays and it just sticks to the acrylic paint. It doesn't rub off. It really gives it a nice dimension finished look to this vase. Exactly what I was going for. On this side here, you'll see quite a bit of it. It's all nice and marked up. Even if you rub your hand on it, it doesn't come off. See, I have done the same on the back here, and you'll see that you can rub your hand on it and it doesn't wipe off. So this is exactly what I was going for. I'm so happy this is turning out, and we'll continue on. Really cute, simple DIY. I'm going to take a couple paints, and I'm going to actually work with two colors. I typically like to do that because it adds a little bit of character, visual depth to the block, so that not everything is in unison the same color. So if you have some lighter blocks and then ones that are a shade or two lighter or darker, it just gives it a lot more character when you're looking at things. So for now, you're going to do 3 blocks in a white or 2 blocks in the white lighter color, and then I did 3 blocks with a little bit darker, deeper gray, and all I did was add a little bit of black to make it a little deeper. You can't really tell here in the lighting, but in real life you do have that visual difference with the blocks. I wish the lighting would show you, but there are like 2 lighter blocks and 3 darker ones. Now what I'm going to take is a black ink pad, and these little stamps I had purchased at the Dollar Tree, they're just letters, and I'm going to use the word lucky across the blocks just to kind of go with the St. Patrick's theme. You can write kiss me with different block letters. You can write St. Patrick's or happy or love, whatever makes you happy. I just thought lucky was going to go perfect with this theme because of the shamrock that I've incorporated into this little decor. So for this next little DIY, I wanted to have a shamrock. However, you can paint it, of course, trace out the template, paint it on with some green paint, but I wanted to use like floral moss and give it more of a rustic, organic feel to it. So what you want to do is actually, instead of gluing here like I am, turn your page over and just glue the floral moss directly onto the blank page using your template on the back. And I learned this the hard way because I thought I'd be able to see the outline once I flipped the page over, but unfortunately with all the green moss glued down, I couldn't make it out. So what I just did was reprinted the exact same image that I had printed off Google Images, and it's just a coloring page. And the moss will give it like a really nice organic feel. Once you cut it out, you'll have this super cute 3D image. So here I'll just share with you. See, you can't really see the outline like I thought I was going to be able to, so I just printed another one and now I'm holding it in place as a template. But definitely glue on the opposite side. That's all I'm recommending. I did learn this as I was doing it. So at this point, what you want to do is take a nice sharp pair of scissors and start cutting out the floral moss. It does cut very easily. Just follow your template and start forming your little 3D art piece. So once your shamrock is cut out and your template is all cut out, what you want to do is actually just fill any little voids you may have missed. It's possible that you didn't completely fill in the entire white surface area. So now just take some hot glue and fill in those extra little places. And then take your scissors and do some trimming. Now you can use whatever size canvas you'd like. There are 8x10s. I like the square look with the shamrock, so I'm using an 8x8. And what I'm going to do is just apply hot glue to the back of the shamrock and then place it on the canvas kind of on an angle. I just like the look instead of it straight down. Gently press it down so that the hot glue kind of solidifies with the canvas. Shake off any little extra pieces of loose moss, and here you have a wonderful little art piece that will go with your little St. Patrick's theme display. I absolutely love the look of this little moss effect. It gives it a 3D, but it just looks so organic and cute. So for the next little DIY, this is really simple and probably has been seen and done quite a few times. I just wanted to add another little pop of green moss just to accent with the shamrock. So I'm using the mini little, in the craft area, you will find these little mini pots and the little dowels as well. You'll find there the wooden sticks. So I'm using some hot glue to press down the little stick. However, I did cut a little bit off with the scissors. As you could see, it was a little bit tall for my liking, and then I'm just digging a hole in with my scissors. I'm sure that there's other ways to do this. I just found that it was easiest to pop it into the little stick. And now I'm simply going to just apply hot glue on the foam ball. Now be very, very careful. If you touch the metal tip on the foam ball, it will burn through. So just kind of apply the hot glue from afar and then press down the moss and then mold it with your hands at the very end by pressing and kind of just molding it in and pressing the moss in, because it moves. It's very pliable and it's very easy and fun to work with. It makes a mess, so be prepared to clean up after or use your vacuum or something, but definitely it's super cute and fun to make. Just applying some more hot glue in the little can, and then I'm going to fill the little can with green moss, or you can put burlap, but I like the look of the green moss. It just made it look a little bit more finished. And so that's this little DIY, which just took a few minutes. For the final DIY, and probably my most favorite, I just love the way this turned out for a super budget-friendly little piece because I've been looking at the little ladders and they're just so expensive. So I've taken an 8x8 frame and an 8x10 canvas frame from the Dollar Tree, and what I'm just removing, I'm actually going to repurpose the canvas, I think, for another DIY, so I'm removing it in one piece. However, if you'd like, you can cut it out much quicker and easier. So here's the canvas. I'm going to remove it, and then I'm actually going to take the staples off this is the 8x8 canvas. I'm removing all the staples with a staple remover, and the wood is so soft that once you press the staple kind of in, it pops right out. And I'm going to actually take apart the 8x8 frame into 4 bars. Okay, so I tried cutting this with scissors, but it's not the easiest thing to do. The wood is super soft, but you can use just like a little hand saw from the Dollar Tree. And now I'm going to share with you how much easier it is than me fighting here with a pair of scissors. So just take your little saw and work your way around. You can do a few little cuts around each side until you kind of cut through a little bit. You don't have to go all the way through if you're doing this indoors like I am. Be extra careful, please. If you're not going to cut yourself doing this DIY, I really don't want anyone getting hurt. If you just move the saw back and forth gently, this is on fast forward, you will get through it with a little bit of patience. And then once you get through a certain amount of cutting, you can just take your scissors and just snap it, or even your hands. But a pair of scissors, like a nice pair of scissors, will do the trick here. And then I just kind of shaved down the top little part there that had a little piece of wood sticking out. So again, just a little patience and time, and you will work through this. So what you need to do is actually just cut the end pieces, because you want it to be completely straight, for 3 of these bars. One of the bars is going to stay in a full length piece, this one here, because it's going to be positioned in between the 8x10 frame like this. So you don't want to make any more cuts to it, and it has to fit perfectly inside the 8x10 with the canvas obviously removed. Don't take apart the 8x10 canvas bars. And now what you're going to do is cut 2 more of those bars. You want the end pieces completely straight like I had shown you on the first bar, and then you're going to slice this in half. Once you get through a certain amount, you'll be able to take the piece of wood with your hands and just snap it in half. You snap it out in half, you'll see that there's like a little bit of wood that's sticking out. Just use your scissors to shave it down. Again, the wood is so soft that it's super easy to just use your pair of scissors. So now I want to make sure that that's going to flat line up with the bottoms and tops of the little 8x10 frame, because these are going to turn into the top of the ladder and the legs of the ladder, and you don't want them to be super long, you just want them to be half of those 8x8 bars. So once you've cut out all of your wood pieces, you're going to take some wood glue. In this case, I'm using the Gorilla Glue, and I'm going to apply some on both ends of each of the middle stick here, and then I'm going to actually use an application of hot glue just to keep it in place. And it takes about 24 hours for the wood glue to cure, so I just wanted to be sure that it wasn't moving on me while I wasn't looking at it. So you don't have to apply hot glue, I just find it helps with keeping things nice and in line. So now the same thing, I'm just going to apply a dab of the wood glue on one end of these smaller little wood cuts, and I'm going to apply some hot glue on the very tips as well here. So you want to make sure that everything is nice and straight to make it look like it's one long piece of the ladder. So these here could be the legs. And at this point, you can, once you're finished gluing all your pieces together and everything is nice and dry, you can take some shoe polish or acrylic paint and paint this little ladder a different color. I really wanted to keep it the natural color. However, you can paint it gray, you can paint it black, or you can even stain it with some shoe polish from the Dollar Tree to make it fit your home decor. So once I positioned it on the mantle, I took a little scarf from the Dollar Tree. It's a very thin scarf, and I just laid it over top, making it look like it was holding a little, it's just to give it more texture. And then I lined everything up with an up and down kind of theme to it. And the little flowers are from the Dollar Tree that I put in the vase. So I feel like this brought everything together, and it has a really cozy St. Patrick's feel to it. The little lucky sign is probably one of my favorite little woodblock DIYs I've ever made. And this has just such a nice organic feel to it. The little shamrock is just so cute. So then I put a little basket as well from the Dollar Tree, and some of the little hearts that I had made, mini little heart pillows I had made for Valentine's Day theme on my mantle. I just kind of left them inside the basket, and I think it finished it off really nice. Thank you so very much for watching. I look forward to sharing more with you very soon. Until next time, everyone, take care. Bye for now.